Chosen one, stop. Stop everything right now. Stop the scrolling. Stop the multitasking. Stop splitting your precious attention between this message and the noise of the world. If you are around people, this message is not for them. This frequency is not calibrated for their ears. Find a space where you can be alone. Close the door. Silence the background. God, the universe, the great architect of your soul, has just interrupted your entire timeline for a reason that cannot be heard in pieces. This message was not meant to be background noise while you go about your day. This was meant to be received in total, absolute stillness. In the sacred, quiet space of your own presence, take a breath, a real one, deep into your belly. Notice how your chest has felt tighter than it should lately. Notice how your mind has been louder than usual, racing with thoughts that don't even feel like your own. Notice how your spirit has felt crowded, even when you are physically alone in a room. That is not random. That is not stress. That is not anxiety. That is spiritual activity. And you were pulled here, away from the chaos and the voices, to hear exactly why you are being tested, and why this specific, painful test is the final gate before your greatest promotion. You have been feeling isolated lately, haven't you? Not just physically alone, but emotionally distant, spiritually separated, like you are standing in a room full of people you've known for years, yet you feel completely disconnected from every single one of them. You look at their lips moving, you hear the words, but nothing lands. You are present in body, but your spirit is already somewhere else entirely. You have been wondering what is wrong with you. You've been questioning whether you are depressing yourself into isolation, whether you are becoming antisocial, whether you are pushing away the people who love you. But chosen one, what if none of that is true? What if what you are experiencing isn't isolation at all, but insulation? God has been wrapping you in a spiritual cocoon. He has been pulling you away from the noise, the drama, the low-frequency opinions, and the heavy expectations that would interfere with what He is doing inside your DNA right now. You are in formation. You are being reshaped from the inside out. You are being recalibrated for a higher voltage. You are being upgraded at a level so deep that it simply cannot happen in public. It cannot happen in casual conversations. It cannot happen while you are busy trying to explain yourself to people who wouldn't understand your journey even if you had the perfect word. So the audience was removed. The room was cleared. The voices were silenced. Not to punish you with loneliness, but to protect you during this final transition. Let me tell you why this protection was necessary. Someone has been testing you. Maybe it's multiple people. It isn't obvious. It isn't aggressive. It's subtle. It's strategic. They have been saying things that poke at your oldest wound. They are bringing up topics they know trigger your insecurities. They are asking questions that feel innocent on the surface but land heavy in your gut. They are making comments that seem harmless but leave you feeling unsettled and drained for hours after they leave. And the worst part? You cannot quite call it out. Because on the surface, everything looks fine. But your spirit knows. Your discernment picks up what your logic cannot yet prove. You have been feeling crazy for being bothered by things that technically weren't attacks. But they were attacks. They absolutely were. Just because someone smiles while they stab doesn't mean the knife isn't real. Just because someone uses soft, concerned words doesn't mean the intention isn't sharp. Just because someone acts like they care doesn't mean they are not testing to see if you will react, to see if you will defend, to see if you will break. And God saw it, God felt it, God said, "Enough." That is why you are here, watching this alone. That is why you are separated. That is why you are being told to stay quiet just a little longer. Because if you respond now, if you defend now, if you explain now, you will give access to people who no longer have clearance to your next level. Let that sink into your spirit. Not everyone who had access to your last season gets access to your next one. Not everyone who knew the old you gets to know the new you. Not everyone who walked with you through the valley gets to walk with you to the mountain peak. That is not being cruel. That is not being cold. That is called wisdom. That is called a boundary. That is divine protection. Because the version of you that is being unveiled right now cannot coexist with people who are still trying to relate to the version the universe has already buried. You have been noticing your tolerance for certain things has completely disappeared. Conversations that used to be fine now feel incredibly draining. People you used to enjoy now feel exhausting. Environments you used to navigate easily now feel suffocating. Drama that used to pull you in now repels you instantly. You wondered if you were being too sensitive or too harsh. But what if your spirit has simply graduated to a frequency where dysfunction, fakeness, and chaos no longer resonate? What if your spiritual antenna was adjusted? You cannot tolerate what used to feel normal because normal was never supposed to be your permanent address. God is teaching you a new language right now. The language of discernment, the language of silence, the language of boundaries without explanation, the language of walking away without needing closure, the language of trusting what you feel even when you cannot prove what you know. And this language, it cannot be learned in the noise. It cannot be learned in crowds. It has to be learned alone, in the absolute stillness, in the quiet, sacred space between who you were and who you are becoming. You are in the gap, the in-between, the transition zone, and it is uncomfortable because nothing is clear yet. You are shedding your old skin, but the new skin hasn't fully hardened. You are leaving the familiar territory of your past, but you haven't stepped foot in the new land yet. This space feels vulnerable. It feels exposed. It feels uncertain, but it is also sacred. Remember, the caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by staying comfortable. It becomes a butterfly by surrendering to a process that looks like death, but leads to flight. The enemy knows you are in this transition. He knows you are being shifted. He knows God is repositioning you for something much bigger, something much deeper, something that will impact thousands more people than your last season ever did. The enemy cannot stop what God has already ordained. He cannot block what the universe has already released. But what he can do is distract you. He wants to provoke you. He wants to drain your energy. He wants to confuse your mind. He wants you to react emotionally instead of responding strategically. He wants you to spend your precious energy defending yourself to people who don't matter. Instead of trusting God's defense, he wants you to talk. When God specifically told you to be quiet, if he can get you to break your silence prematurely, if he can get you to step out of alignment even for a moment, he delays what is coming. He doesn't cancel it, but he delays it. And delay is his only weapon left. That is why God is being so firm with you right now about staying still. Your silence right now is not weakness. Your silence is warfare. Every day you don't react is a day the enemy's plan fails. Every conversation you don't engage in is a trap you don't fall into. Every explanation you don't give is energy you don't waste. Your stillness is not passive. It is powerful. It is obedience. And obedience always, always, always positions you for the ultimate breakthrough. I know the guilt is sitting heavy on your chest. You feel guilty for pulling away from people who think they know you. You feel guilty for not being as available as you used to be. You feel guilty for not explaining why you have changed so much. You feel guilty for protecting your energy when it means disappointing people who expect constant access to you. But chosen one, listen to my words. Boundaries are not betrayal. Distance is not rejection. Silence is not cruelty. And protection is not punishment. You are not responsible for managing other people's feelings about your growth. You are not responsible for making people comfortable with your ascension. You are not responsible for staying small just so others can feel secure in their own stagnation. Your responsibility is to God first. Your responsibility is to your assignment. Your responsibility is to protect the holy work that is being built inside you. Even if that means disappointing every single person who expected you to stay the same. Very soon, the fog is going to lift. The confusion is going to clear. The silence is finally going to break. And when it does, everything that has been hidden is going to be revealed in the light. The motives you couldn't quite see. The intentions you couldn't prove. The jealousy that wore a smile. The manipulation that spoke softly in your ear. All of it is about to come to light. Not because you forced it. Not because you confronted them. Not because you fought for it. But because God saw it and God is finally handling it. When that exposure happens, you are going to finally understand why you were told to stay quiet. You will see that if you had defended yourself, you would have given them the ammunition they needed to twist your words and delay your breakthrough. But because you stayed still, God got to defend you. And when God defends you, no one can argue. No one can manipulate the truth. The truth just is. And everyone, even your enemies, will see it. This exposure is not for revenge. It is for clarity. It is to set you free. Once the truth is out, once motives are exposed, you will know exactly who belongs in your next season and who belongs in your history books. You will know exactly what relationships to invest your heart in and which ones to release with love. That clarity is the final gift of this testing process. So today your job is simple. Stay still. Stay quiet. Stay aligned. Don't defend. Don't explain. Don't react. Just trust. Trust that God sees exactly what you see. Trust that He knows what you know. Trust that He is already working behind the scenes in ways your mind cannot even comprehend yet. Trust that His silence is preparation, not absence. Trust that His protection is active, even when you feel vulnerable. While you are waiting, God is strengthening you. He is deepening your roots into the earth so that when the massive blessing comes, you have the foundation to carry it. He is expanding your internal capacity so that when the giant door opens, you can walk through it without fear. He is sharpening your discernment so that when the enemy tries this again, you will see him coming from miles away. He is fortifying your boundaries. He is securing your peace so that when the next chaos surrounds you, it will not be able to enter you. This season of silence is not empty. It is full. It is full of transformation. It is full of divine activity happening beneath the surface where no one can touch it. One day, very soon, you are going to step into the fullness of what was prepared for you in the dark. And you will look back at this quiet, lonely season and you will thank Him for every second of it. You will see that what felt like isolation was actually incubation. What felt like delay was actually development. What felt like silence was actually strategy. The version of you that emerges from this season is going to be unrecognizable. Not to God, He has always known who you really are, but to the world. You are going to walk with a confidence that doesn't need a single ounce of validation from a human being. You are going to speak with an authority that doesn't need anyone's permission. You are going to move with a clarity that doesn't need an explanation. You are going to love with a security that doesn't need reciprocation. You are going to serve with a purpose that doesn't need recognition. And people are going to wonder what on earth happened to you. They are going to ask what changed. They are going to look for the secret, and you won't even know how to explain it to them. Because it happened in the secret place, in the quiet, in those alone moments with the divine that nobody else was allowed to see. That is the power of this final test. That is the purpose of this separation. I know your body has been responding to this shift, chosen one. You have been more tired than usual. It's the kind of tired that sits deep in your bones. The kind of tired that makes you want to cancel every plan, even when you aren't sick. The kind of tired that has you going to bed early and waking up still feeling exhausted. There is nothing wrong with you. Your body is responding to spiritual weight. You are carrying something in the spirit realm that your physical body can feel, but cannot fully process yet. When God is downloading massive revelation, when He is installing new levels of authority and discernment, the physical body experiences it as pressure, as heaviness, as fatigue. Your spirit is working overtime while your body is at rest. This is why rest is not a luxury for you right now. It is a divine requirement. Your body needs stillness because your spirit is being upgraded. Your body needs quiet because your frequency is being tuned. You've been experiencing emotional waves too, haven't you? One moment you are at total peace, and the next moment tears come out of nowhere. One moment you are hopeful and excited, and the next you are questioning everything you thought you knew. These aren't triggers. They are waves of release. The old version of you is dying so the new version can be born. And birth. Birth is a messy, painful process. It is uncomfortable. It is exhausting. But it is necessary for life. You cannot hold on to the old identity and step into the new assignment at the same time. Something has to die for something else to live. That death is what you are feeling in your emotions. You are mourning versions of yourself that no longer serve the world. You are releasing attachments that no longer fit the frequency of your future. It hurts, but it is not breaking you. It is birthing you into your true self. The dreams you've been having lately, they aren't random brain activity. They are prophetic downloads. They are showing you what is happening spiritually even when your eyes are closed. The searching in your dreams represents your soul looking for the next level. The speechlessness in your dreams represents God silencing your ego for a season. The familiar places that feel different represent your perception shifting as you grow. And the signs, the numbers, the perfectly timed songs on the radio, those are breadcrumbs from the universe. They are winks from heaven to remind you that you are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are definitely not off track. Every repeated number is a reminder that the great architect is in control. Every synchronicity is proof that what is happening to you is not random, it is orchestrated. God is all around you, confirming through the small things what He is about to do in the big things. This season of silence will break. This is not your permanent state. This is an appointed time with a specific purpose, and when it is complete, when the formation is finished, God is going to give you a signal. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it in your circumstances. You will sense the shift before the door even opens, and when that moment comes, everything will change rapidly. Doors you stopped knocking on years ago will suddenly fly open. Opportunities you stopped pursuing will suddenly begin to pursue you. Clarity will suddenly download into your mind like a lightning bolt. Direction will become so obvious you'll wonder how you ever missed it. It won't be because you forced it. It won't be because you networked. It will be because God's perfect timing has finally collided with your perfect obedience. And when those two things meet, momentum becomes supernatural. When you are finally released from this silence, your voice will carry a completely different weight. Your words will land with a resonance they never had before. Your presence will affect rooms without you saying a single word. You went into this silence one way, and you are coming out another. You went in needing people. You are coming out secure in God. You went in reactive. You are coming out responsive. You went in defensive. You are coming out discerning. You went in loud. And you are coming out powerful. There is a massive difference. Loud seeks attention. Powerful commands it. Some people will celebrate the new you. They will be drawn to the light you carry. These are your people. This is your soul tribe. But others will be uncomfortable. They will try to pull you back to the old you. They will call you changed as if it's a bad thing. They will say you are different or arrogant. But growth is not abandonment. Evolution is not arrogance. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to outgrow places. You are allowed to outgrow every previous version of yourself. And you don't owe a single person an apology for becoming who you were always intended to be. This is why the silence was so necessary. If you had been talking, if you had been sharing every step, you would have given the critics the ammunition they needed to talk you out of your transformation. But because you stayed quiet, you protected the holy work, and now, no one can undo what has been done. It is finished. It is sealed. It is permanent. As you prepare for the silence to break, as you prepare for the great promotion, remember this: you don't have to prove a thing to anyone. Your life will be the evidence. Your peace will be the testimony. Your growth will be the undeniable proof. Let your transformation speak louder than your words ever could. Let your alignment speak volumes in spaces where your voice isn't even needed. Let your obedience open doors that your own effort could never force open. If this message intercepted your exact moment, if it felt like the universe just reached out and spoke directly into your soul, don't just listen and walk away. Respond to the frequency. Type "I accept my promotion" in the comments, not as a ritual, but as a bold declaration to the spirit realm that you have heard the call. You are choosing to trust His timing over your emotions. You are choosing His silence over your need to speak. You are choosing His process over your desire for comfort. That declaration shifts things in the spirit. It is your signature on the contract of your destiny. And if this message brought you the peace you've been searching for, hit the like button. Help this light find the other chosen ones who are sitting in the dark, wondering why they are so alone. Your simple action could be the confirmation they have been praying for. One more thing, chosen one. If someone specific came to your mind while you were listening to these words, someone who has been unusually quiet lately, someone who has been pulling away from the world. Share this with them. They are likely in the middle of their final test, and they need to know that their isolation isn't a punishment. It is their preparation for greatness. Remember this: your silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. Your stillness is not delay. It is strategy. Your separation is not punishment. It is protection. Stay close to the source. Stay quiet before the world. Stay aligned with your purpose, because what is coming next requires the version of you that is being formed right now in the silence. And that version, that is the one the world has been waiting for. Step into the light. Step into your truth, and never look back. The universe is standing right behind you. The ancestors are watching. The future is calling your name. Go. You are the chosen one, and your time now.